Go ahead now, drop the ones and twos. So, this is the foundation. We like to pay homage to. That's all good, that's all good. Since it's the foundation, we like to pay homage to those who laid the foundation before us. So we're going to start out with a track that is basically giving respect and honor to all the female MCs who either rocked before us or are rocking right now, just doing their things and staying true to themselves in spite of what society may call for them to do, in spite of what record labels may call for them to do, what the media may call for them to do. Just doing their art and being true to themselves.
You are now tuned into the placebo effect. It's like a riot. Look, hands in the air, listen. My mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. My mic sound nice, check. My mic sound nice, check two. I wanna rock right now. My name is Ike and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone. And look, I'm trying to let my MC light shine. Creative juice is flowing, so I'm in my right mind. Catch me in the back, sipping of this Corona, more potent than the me and execution and marijuana. See, I ain't trying to be a JJ fan. I'm trying to spread the only love and make this thing last. See, I just want to be a mic record, and I learned to be independent, bumping my salt and pepper. Isis was colder than the freezer. Ladies first was the anthem, but the world got amnesia. Mantra 2, Bahamadia. So it's only right that I evolve into a Queen Latifah. See, I'm a just rhyme off principle, but when I'm on the microphone, I feel so invincible. The money is green, the scenes play. My boots are black, my jeans gray. My queen of heart, sharp eggs and spades. That told me mine so sharp, walking to the blade. Massaging me, feeding me the fake. I want the real Roxanne, give me anomalies. See, I believe me, I got the skills on the mic to be a champion. See, pressure lady love, and meet the rare of my size, that blue brown chucks. Usually essence, my legendary like this punch. Knew I would rock like this when I got bigger. 8 years old, I was a rock right nigga.
My uncle came playing with my yo-yo, banging from the table, started making up my own songs. I cherish that Mayday. I channeled the rage of this lady. Hip-hop's golden era was raising it, baby. And when you raise the ladies, you lift the whole people. Pay your homage, part 1. Stay tuned for the sequel. My mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. My mic sound nice, check 2.
If you ready for the truth on the radio, come on, hands up. This is what you don't care. Put your hands up high, get them in the air now. Mama knows, and let the whole world know. We want the truth now. Put it on our radio. Hands up, y'all. 'Cause this is what you don't care. Put your hands up high, get them in the air now. Mama knows, and let the whole world know. We want the truth now. Put it on our radio. Hands up, this is that music y'all been waiting for. We taking out the garbage. Yeah, there's a receptacle, not no more left, so we can put them in the dumpster. Trash all around,
as a woman? Do I need to be 36, 24, 36, or what should I be? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Mirror, what do you wish to tell me today? I don't know what it is you want to say, really. Never off, don't we dialogue? Really, we just monologue. You don't even tell it all, but you seem to say the most when you silent. Pictures paint 1,000 words, all of us are violent. You're overweight, but one thing you can't dedicate, you said you be a figure head, not a piece of real estate. Anyway, I ain't got a force to attempt to emulate what I see on your car when I look at catalogs. Why is it my stars sing? Violence, passion laws, media reminds me I don't belong at all. Should I make corrections? Some people overhaul. I ain't got to like Angelina, I look like Serena. That's the police, trust me with misdemeanors. I'm the lead, let me break the hair. A bigger carry here, a bigger corner with a bigger breath to fill it. I feel it rising in my chest, welling in my eyes, frustrated with my reflection, wish I didn't recognize myself. And so I reach for the shelf, apply cosmetic transformer to someone else. My alter ego, she go in front of all of the people. Real people, she ain't give them evil for evil. She stunt on them, really she front on them, jumping through fiery hoops, cause she don't want them to sing. On the wall, I wanna be the fairest of them all. I wanna be those chicks in the magazine. I wanna be anybody with me. But then I learned the truth. Kind and intelligent, don't need lots of embellishments to be who it is. Are all bold and beautiful. To be honest, you should struggle with dressing bodies, cause I wanted to be the hottest. Now it's indisputable. I don't need to compete. I'm in the school alone. In other words, I'm in a class that's on my own. Fully grown now. Used to be immature. Fully clothed now. Used to be insecure. Full of goals now. Used to be unsure. Call me the entrepreneur. I had to be something like a side of Shakur. Cause indeed I'm willing to do whatever needs to be done to see my people liberated, protesting and demonstrating. Real woman's lib. The standard needs to be reinstated. Real womanhood is understanding when God created man in his image. Now that there's emancipation. We almost there. Take us there, Jay.
This is a song letting all the young ladies or just whoever know that we almost there with whatever we want to do in life. So, you know.
I can feel the world slowly changing.
we want you to give us a word, and we're going to rap about that word, okay? And we're going to have a little bit of fun. Is that cool? I hope so. Let's go. So what's a word? What's a word? Any word? Love. We love love. Y'all want love? Y'all want another word?
Cranbrook, spread love, people where you at, yeah. Speaking my truth, the mic is supposed to get when I'm in the booth, yeah. Now be serving lectures, graduated, I could be a professor, give me my philosophy, sociology, even theology. Spread love on the mic, young home. Need love, rose, so love is my home. Love is what I speak, love is what I teach, love is what I reach, when I'm moving feet, yeah. On the microphone, that's how we do. Love, spread love, all day, that's true. So spread love to you and you in the color on the hat. In the camera, you in the black. We in the art museum, spreading love all day. Because peace, love, and truth is the only way.
Word up, y'all know I see this shirt. I love these straight, that's why I came on this earth. It's like the Ryan rocking these rhymes. Cause Mel dropping beats that got me out of my mind. Now, I don't usually freestyle, I usually write lyrics. But since y'all going at it, I'm a geek in the spirit. Yo, I got me going up the top of this dome. Anytime I'm on the microphone, I swear I'm at home. I rep the foundation, we raising up the nation. The young ladies that know you can do anything, anything you facing. It's not a challenge that you cannot overcome. Remember I said it, we spread truth every time that we get on the mic. And we do this for the love, that's we doing it right. It ain't about the money, it ain't about the cars. We ain't out here trying to be no dumber superstars. We just trying to share the love we got inside. Y'all can take it with y'all when y'all go home tonight. Yeah.
Rock with yeah. L-O-V-E, that's what I'm singing. If you want to get with me, you gotta show me some love. You gotta tell, you gotta know, you gotta show that you want me.
One, two, look. It's like the riot. Made my own lane like a steam like the sympathy tonight. Nice jeans and some clean loafers. We pray love until my feet over. That beautiful gifts to our beholder. World holder, pretty equilibrium. And she's homophones and cold style and synonyms. No matter where I dwell. On the city representative. Each town delegate. Got like penmanship. Microphone magnificence. I took the pure. I'm limited to speaking experiments. Syphilis. No different. It's ridiculous. Working like syllabus. See, I've been here all alone. I'm operating on all cylinders. Lower head gasket, then you head caskets. Walking dead, talking heads. I'm peaceful, but I've been known to the page with legs. Good like Jerry Garcia, Vegas, I'm grateful. Yeah. Let's go. This is beautiful. So we gotta reach to our fellow man here, to our fellow woman, y'all is trying to take a stand for peace and unity. Let's put this aside. Let's love one another. Let's smile up our pride. We're all in this struggle, so we gotta break free. Gotta heal the world, fight for justice, bring harmony. When I look around, the things I see it hurts me. Hate for myself, another job is killing me. Women disrespecting men, believing all the gods. Men do the same to women. I was calling for blood. Into my little people, Jews and draw Christians. Get back to God, your religious division. Get back to truth, y'all. Get back to love, y'all. Get back to peace. So comparison is what, y'all. We gotta do that this war in the Middle East. War in our own homes, war in our city streets. Bloodshed about you, tells me it's nothing done. Didn't set example, so both lost every touch them. But there's hope, and there's still resistance. We still have inside of us, so let's get it. Let's make love. I'm number one, this shit is love. Heals all, so let's get to our healing. Get to our healing, get to the healing. We got the foundation. Thank you for rocking with us. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace, you guys feeling that? Give them some more love. Give them a little bit more love. Check. Alright, I need you guys to like dig even deeper because y'all gotta give a whole lot of love to my sister right here. This is a pioneer, a poet, activist, mother, daughter, sister, artist. Actually, we collaborate on a few projects, right? We argue all the time, but we love each other, but we collaborate on a few projects. One that I gotta let you guys know before she comes up, she's a founder of a collective as well called Black Women Rock. And that's an amazing collective that I can say I'm proud of. I'm part of that team, work on that team, but that's the brainchild, the brain mother of that collective. And that collective is all about celebrating Black women who play rock music. So that's what it's about, Black women who actually rock. And like I said before, she has her own publishing company, More Black Press. right? So that means that she can publish her own books and all types of materials. And she does, and she has it for sale right here, so I want to let you guys know that ahead of time. And also, she has a show, a one-woman show that she did called God is Not American, and that debuted last year, and it was super amazing. So she has a book here, which is a part of that whole poetry series, God is Not American. And so I want you guys to dig like really, really deep, because I can go on and on and on, but those are the more recent things I think that she wants me to mention. Oh, I gotta let them know too. We collaborated on an exhibition that we did together, and that was at the Delphi Gallery in Detroit. And I did the photography, and she posed nude for me, and we put the words on her body, and that was super, super amazing. So I just want to let you guys know that those pieces are also for sale, right? So yeah, that's artwork, you know, yeah. Paintings. Oh, the paintings are amazing. She's an artiste extraordinaire. She's actually one of the, is a Renaissance woman. And not only because she's from Detroit, but because she does many, many, many things well. And she went to Cody High School. Wait a minute, I brought my Cody youth. I'm always telling her about Cody youth. Cody High School. So you guys gotta dig real deep, because she's doing great things all over the city. Lots of activism in the prisons, like speaking to youth, and just doing lots of amazing work all over the world. And I'm really, really, really honored and proud that this is my sister. So y'all gotta dig real deep. I know y'all gave Foundation love, like those are my sisters too, and y'all gave them a whole lot of love, and we appreciate that. So y'all gotta take that same love and reach as deep as you can, all the way down to the core of your soul, and you gotta push that out through your heart until you just have to clap incessantly. So I want y'all to give a whole bunch of love for Miss Jessica Caramore.
What's up, Cranbrook? We all started like lost in the woods. I was like, where are we? And I was wondering if this is how people who live in Bloomfield feel when they like go to a Tigers game. Like they get really lost and look for a long time. They pass the box field and turn around. Like, where are we? But yeah, it's really dark out here. Like, I gotta come during the day so I can have some references. Because I went to the Mormon church like 4 times and then realized that I was doing something wrong. So I'm really honored to be here. Thank you to Invincible and Emergence Music for asking me. Y'all give it up for Invincible and Emergence Music. Curating the series, asking me to be here out in Cranbrook in the woods with my son, King. Shout out to King, who's here with the crayons. And just please, again, to the sisters who rocked the mic just now, blew me away. Thank you, Foundation. Right for that, they put in the work. We can see like the development. They came out, like, what they about to do? They're like a singing group. I ain't got my heels on. At least I got a fancy coat. But anyway, so I'm just gonna read some poems, and I read poetry and I write books and I do multimedia work. I'm a multimedia artist. I do theater and poetry and film. And the most important work I do is take care of and raise my son. But I want to start with a new poem, and then I'm going to go back and read something from my first book. My first book came out in 1997, which means I'm old, or I've been doing this a long, long time. And so I'm going to read a newer poem that I think I need to read for the newer poets, and then I'm going to read something kind of old school for them too. And we'll work it out. So this is a poem. It's called When Poets, and it's a poem. It says a poem before 40. Oh my God! And I wrote this kind of just about poetry and what poetry means to me, and yeah, where I think it's going. When the farmer is obsolete, when the worker is no longer the core of this new America, I will lick the open wounds at Wounded Knee. I will swallow freedom, bury it deep like a depressed breakbeat, waiting for his mother to return home from her long ride from Motown to the Bronx. JD's East Side Basement Studio is a people mover, A-train stop. you in your tracks. Hip-hop didn't we with emancipated heat, with still heart, with integrity, with that gentle stuff in your gut you can only get from the beautiful gutter. I will find the trail of tears along my tired spine and drink the chocolate blood of this land, so sweet and bitter on my tongue. This bastard language of my home, my enemy happens to be the love of my life. I will trace my DNA to the Moors of Spain, who conquered my European ancestors, me trying to kill me. Still left breathing inside, I will bake in the sky that lies the clouds. I will worship cows and eat purple flowers. I will eat music rising bright poems with pale snow in the middle of June, when all the poets have died or become actors, when the poets laugh on cue, when words turn obsolete, when love is an idea, not an action, when romance is reduced to scheduled weekends, when men don't want to kiss beautiful women in the bright of the sun, when I'm uninspired to write poems about being uninspired to write, when my artist heart stops seeing the beauty in stories and strangers, when they silence all the revolutionaries, when innocent men are murdered on a world stage, when dream cries, when the rich actually believe they are the chosen people, when the Motor City runs out of cars and people who love winter, the oppressed do not need to be saved by the philanthropist, the national organizer. We are our own best kept secret. We are the rescued. We are the well endowed. We are the miracle what was taken, the map Harriet left behind. We are yellow Michigan leaves falling humbly, holding on to November, blowing a breath of soul out of our horned mouths, the inevitable cold always coming. We are our own Jesus people. We are the Midwest cities Allah's children we are the Midwest city Allah's children call home outside the East. We are the spiritless for the forsaken. We are the graves they love to walk over. When the poem dresses the part, when the poets forget to drop bombs, not metaphors, I will lie down my pen, I will lie with this pen. I am writing this on a map. This is not writing. Maybe this is the end of literature, when you can only find poems online, when the ink has turned to water, when the poet is obsolete. One day the young ones become the pioneer, the elders become the ancestor. We live for this day, we die a little on this day. When the poets forget, when the poets lie down their weapons, when the poets forget to love, when the poets are in fashion, drinking French and write with fear. What will I wear? What will I wear becomes more important than what will I say? What will I write? How will I make these words food, shelter, truth? How will I tell my son mommy was a poet and let that mean any damn thing at all? When artists, when mothers, when lovers, when liars, when movements, when people, when history, when poets, when. More serious, you know. I'm sorry if it's too serious for some. I'm not going to do a lot of jumping jacks and stuff. So, I remember being asked years ago to read, I think it was at Wilberforce. Where was I? I was at Oakland. What was that school? Some school in the middle of the Midwest. And I remember the English department had brought me, and it was so funny because this English professor was really a big fan of mine. And I came on stage, and I was in this beautiful theater. I think it was at Oglethorpe? That's in Georgia. Anyway, I was somewhere, and the beautiful theater, and he said, well, after my reading, he said, well, Jessica, where's the hip-hop? And I was like, you didn't pay for the beat. I don't know, I just came to read some poems. And so it was really interesting, he was like the head of the English department, and he just had this expectation for me to do, I don't know, lots of different like tricks and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm just a poet, and you only pay me to come by myself, so I'm just reading some poems. I don't know exactly what you want from me. So I'm going to read some poems for y'all tonight, if that's okay. I'm not doing it with music, I'm not doing it with my rock band. You know, I like to do that too and jump around, but just going to read some poems. And this is an old school one. I wrote this when I was just a baby poet in Brooklyn, coming up and learning how to be a poet. My third book is Guys Not American. I really felt like it's the first time I started to know what I was doing. It took me that long, really, to feel like confident about it. And here I was just kind of figuring it out. But this is kind of, I hope it's not too long, but it's a poem about being a young poet and then being in love, and you know, we always are, and being in love with some boy or some girl, whoever you're in love with. And so this is me trying to balance it all. And it's so funny because like I can go like almost 20 years later and I still haven't figured out how quite to do it yet, but I still write poems about it. So this is called To Be This Revolutionary. I was in London and this guy whispered in my ear, you know, guys will say corny things to you when you're a poet. They said, can you write a poem for my girl? You know, something I can take home to her? And I was like, you don't want my poems for your girl because she might leave you. So I said, I wrote a little hook that said, you asked me to whisper sweet nothings in your ear when I was born to shout. My words are rapid fire bullets and I want to blow your brains out, blow your brains out. So I was like, damn. So that's the hook. I'm going to read the poem. I think I was like 22 or something. My evening gown is gorilla green. I make offerings of myself before the first of every month because there are bills to be paid. Instead of getting laid up, prostitute birds manipulate whispers to find his words. Saying it we already heard, but not quite like that. I can't cuss, right? See, I know sheep poets will squeeze him hard at the trees at their knees just so their men will name them honey. Haiku hits dripping 17 syllables of sweat, drying you off with sunset breaths. Still, he ain't feeling you yet. Tongue-tied, you travel on top of yellow beans, hiding your real stings. He likes the quiet type. Yeah, right, whatever. You search your belly, adjust your scully, hoping to find some sexy sentence hiding between revolution and rhyme making. Damn, he's throwing my poem off. Got the nerve to sit in the front row on my front porch, my fake Asian throw rug in my bathroom. I'm on my mahogany painted go down on my bedroom futon. I'm tripping, but he blends so well with the pillows. There are reasons I'm not supposed to look at brothers like you. Tell me I better write harder, talk louder, sing pro-sex lyrics, keep my stomach flat, wear my hair in a politically correct style, smile a week between oppression, and I'll do all the male poets with his confession. Like I'm wearing leftover pink Philly prime dress lace under my brown poopy, got a six-pack of gunfighter in my garter. I'm a bowl of mashed potatoes from scratch cooking larder. Yeah, a war-torn Detroit-born bush baby, but my belly telescope tenderoni. A turkey bologna with two nice slits fried in butter, itch, one lip deep. Oh, those abstract poetic tricks. I was cussing a lot back then. Those abstract poetic tricks you want to get with when the cafe rhetoric smoke clears. Got true fear, the clean light, team culture kitty cats that you meow at when the jeans look tight as we weigh in on invisible scales on stage. How many pounds of black rage can your love handle? Still America weight wearing brown sandals, carry seats in our sultry saddles, flipping the pancake battle, shaking the snakes off baby rattles. Got to be head wrapped when we haiku. You love the way I seduce with my blues, even if I cry when I sing this. Baby, we can do anything. Excuse has abused us until believe we cannot find China break because we eat earthquakes during snap breaks. Double that during dramas we've done what I know the most wanted by first names. Meditation on solar plexus erects us into blue candlelight perfection. A high bathwater affection, nourish a naked nature number, unnatural 9-to-5s that need more than Calgon to make the ugly of the world wash away. Make our black butterfly spirits feel simply make it through the day, okay? Wings wobble and weaken as a star-spangled banner swings Billy Club choruses and horses, the voices of my children flows forth to sing slave to grave dream to die with fireworks don't burn our names and branded flames. And you steady throwing me what's up baby game in my frame. Admit to trying to get my flirt on while I file my nails down for the front line or the free throw, whichever comes first. There's a thirst I'm gonna let you drink my hot cocoa mango lift that can't convince you that my work is never done. And my night oil races the sun, showing on my doorstep a long stem doubt for the sweetest revolutionary. When the bass lacks spiritual base, politically imprisoned passion petals can't grow broken hearted. It seems so romantic and cute to get started. But I need to finish my next book, containing complete thoughts, not part-time ones. Knowing Marvin Gaye died the night before his birth is why I hurry. And I worry that my life work may kill me before you ever get a chance to kiss my face when I really just need my voice hug, my spirit love, and a little time to work being a woman into my busy schedule. America offers Advil in place of menstrual huts. So we press our earlobes against our ovaries, listening for our children's footsteps, crafting our styles and kill over a concrete tile, painting on smiles. So no one will know we really want to fly south for the winter with the rest of the black-eyed birds. Leaving white stain relief on curious teeth, looking up our wing skirts. You blew your purples to brother fresh air into my fertile sand color belly, and now the dust got in your eyes. So you can no longer find that sex in me between my knees. Talking about get your palm on, baby. You will find a revolutionary lady. Want to wave me in the water, but not help raise our daughter. And balance we dance with Americanized feet that never remove shoes and don't know how to work one block of laundry baskets on our heads. Instead, we wear dollar signs, fornicate with dimes, corporate climb, trying to get to work on time, blowing kisses at positive rhymes that can't get you a deal. So it's hard for us to deal. For real. I'm the MC's wife. I'm the MC's wife in search of an angel trying to take a vocal cords wrapped around my neck, cutting the misogynist microphone, waiting about my membrane to my own gangbang. You think I don't matter, so my voice turns to matter. Squeeze so small, no longer occupy space, yet it's still here. Hiding instead of black holes in my pantyhose. So loud, clear nail polish can't cover it up. I'm and yellow rubber bands. The little girl in me is afraid, but the woman in me will kill you while cooking breakfast. That's that Scorpio. You get caught on one to my hour 12. I met her 4, 5, 6 times a lady. Third eye invade me. We try to live for libations, never played on radio stations. Hands grow impatient, and I want to be sweet for you, baby, but your spit no longer drips liquid sugar. Teeth are rotting and falling as I speak to my spirit alone, with my things to do list standing on my spine before realizing your feet are too heavy for my back. So I simply erase your name from the paper. Wet the dead tree in my tears and hope to go a dozen more of you. So afraid to let me show you how a real woman can help you find the man in you. My whole is guy you took a half and you thought you didn't have. So you only offer the little that your body allowed, and in the end it's never enough, because I want to smell like it, taste like it, feel like it, walk barefoot inside it, wrap around my waist, wear it in the shower, take it home with me, share with my girls, play a reason to be to it, eat it, sweat it, believe it, after the dance to it, wash my face with the hold it, love it, go down my stomach, rock my Adidas with it, let it run down my back, lick it, live it, shake a tambourine, say amen, because of it, steal it, if I have to, melt chocolate on top of it, just want it to be sweet, baby, sweet like you, like we can be, like revolution. I'm 1997. All right, I'm gonna read something from my new book, God is Not American. And please buy the book so we can afford the gas to get back to Detroit. Wow, I'm on E right now. Okay, so I'm gonna read a couple more. And you guys okay? Yeah. I'm gonna read something quiet. A couple quiet ones. You know, I'm gonna read this about. You guys know who Sonia Sanchez is? Yeah. Sonia Sanchez is one of my mentors, and I can say my good friend. And I wrote this poem for her. I think Sonia's 75, 76 now, and she goes faster than everybody in this room. This is called Recipe for Survival, and I just wrote it about her. We were doing this reading at the University of Michigan Dearborn some years ago. She was 71. And she said I looked tired, and she had been on the road. I think she just come back from Europe and from Dallas, and I looked more tired than she was. And so I wrote this for her. The year of my birth you wear smooth as silk and feathers, water voice and theater hands, easy on the road, Paris, Detroit, Philly, Dallas. On Sunday you will sleep, watch a comedy to boost your immune system. I call you to thank you for the organic fruit, almonds, strawberries, and apples that taste like apples. Teach me to survive being a poet at 33. Give me the strength to schedule in our breathing on Friday so we can teach on Saturday, sign books for 3 hours and smile. Remember why we write. Take time to get better. Live enough hours to create new stories. 1 part water, 2 tablespoons of aloe vera juice, mornings mixed with apple cider vinegar, always honey, always sweet. To see you full of moonlight in my hometown, talking about our generation and yours. These Motor City streets blending with the sound of your voice. You a poet, woman with swagger, integrity, and love. And you give me no reason not to continue to search for our humanity inside hand-me-down poems or recipes for survival. When you were born in this skin and this place they call America, what do we have left down to pass down? What do we have left to pass down more important than love? I should read a haiku for you guys to say after that one. So I'm going to read this. You know, I never know what's appropriate in certain spaces, but I don't think there's any such thing as inappropriate poems anywhere. And that art and artists are supposed to make you feel a little uncomfortable, otherwise they're not doing their job correctly. This is a really beautiful space. So, I don't want to hurt nobody, but I'm going to do this anyway. So this is called Even the Light-Skinned Girls Are Sick of the Light-Skinned Girls. And I wrote this poem in honor of a lot of things, in honor of how I grew up and how I was raised by my mother and father. And I was really honored to be able to go to South Africa twice as a poet and perform. And I was on tour with Linton Kwesi Johnson, and went to Johannesburg and Cape Town and to Durban. And it was a really life-changing experience for me to be, like, supposedly, it was like 10 years after apartheid was supposedly over. Well, if you've been to South Africa, you know that apartheid is very much not over. And that the same people who were in power, very much in power, and the poor, very poor there. And so the way that I look and the way that I talk after going on a couple radio stations was really deep. The reaction I got from Afrikaners and then, or just European South Africans and even the Black South Africans. It's just the way that I was treated versus the way my Black South African poets were treated when they were on the road, and how they would act like they weren't even there when me and my I guess gonna be second husband maybe was there with me, and how we were tribal, so we look about the same, like brother and sister, and how they treated us and talked to us differently. And so because I had such nationalistic, very strong, very much rooted in Detroit, rooted in my blackness, raised by my daddy on the west side of Detroit, kind of energy, the way that I look, because in South Africa I would be considered colored. I wouldn't necessarily considered black. And so it was a really deep experience for me. And then coming home with me and Dream Hampton, who's another warrior writer sister from Detroit, who has done things and written, is followed all over the world as a hip hop writer and filmmaker, was doing this film, and she said she wanted to cast me in this part in this film, but because I was light skinned, she was like, I want to put another light skinned girl in the lead role, because even the light skinned girls are sick of the light skinned girls, and we kind of just talked about that, like we're sick of each other, and how making sure that we take care of our darker complected sisters, and that we understand that there is still an issue there, because I know that probably we're working with the kids, and you're working with the youth. There's still that issue. It's still very relevant in our community. We're the lightest and the darkest, who's got the good hair versus bad hair. So this is called Even the Light-Skinned Girls Are Sick of the Light-Skinned Girls. In South Africa, the radio disc jockey says, you can get killed for speaking that way in this country. The government doesn't mess with you for reading poems like that or speaking that way in America. Yeah, they kill us. They ruin our credit. As soon as we get to college, they make it harder to live in invisible ways. It is a slow death. The color girl cries because I'm not telling her story right. I am colored here. It is difficult to explain myself. Isn't it black, so black and yellow and native and twisted and confused? I was raised in Tom Moore's house. I was raised in Master Moore's house. My daddy was black, native, Motown, Southern, Cadillac, African, loud, on purpose, big smile. Dimples, called the white boys at the Canadian border niggas. My daddy would rifle on porch during the riots, took my Canadian-raised quiet mother down south in the 60s in his convertible green Cadillac. My aunties told her to stay in the house. She didn't understand this was not a safe place for love, loud like my daddy's. This is the education that teach my young mother on the Canadian news. I never been down with crumpled bags of paper tests of blackness, the red blood and high cheeks of my people. Don't subscribe to this psychodrama, Jim Crow, South Africa, Mississippi, divide and conquer the red clay, boom, bap, jazz, you construct the hip hop, you heard me, destroy the slave with before the slave ship. Yoga, your way out. Yoga, your way. I'm laughing because I'm afraid of the yoga with me. I'm sorry. It's a stupid private joke. Yoga, your way out of this madness, of this chaos, across oceans, this ugly that connects us. Hi, yellow girl in South Africa. My daddy is from Alabama, 1920s cotton and Harlem. We are all just Puerto Ricans. It don't matter. Say, oh my damn it, you know me, little girl. I'm your sister. This don't even exist. It may exist in a nightmare to steal your gold. The poverty is what they left inside all these books. You are golden with broken eyes. Circle me, an ambush of pupils trying to get me to get you, but I am you. You talk like a white girl. You black like a white school. You love your white family. You don't know nothing else. You don't have to choose a side. You're a whole woman, a whole person. You ain't multi-ethnic diversity class poster child. You a whole heart, an entire lung. You breathe in humanity. You just a baby being born. You just an ancestor covered by skin. My ancestor was a dark chocolate West African woman. She said it was okay. She said she wanted to see what it felt like, said it was okay, but something was missing, so she scarred my face to give me more edge. I see your scars too, child, holding your father's hands. I'm sorry I'm not the mirror you asked for. I am also my father's child. I am who I say I am. President Obama is a black man. He is who he says he is. This is not privilege. This is political choice. Even the light-skinned girls are sick of the light-skinned girls. You guys good? I'm just going to be a couple. And then you guys can buy all my books so I don't have to carry them home out with my son. And then King can have new gym shoes. Us basketball coaches, where you go? Oh, Friends was in the house. I'm going to shout out Friends School for coming out. Woo! Shout out to Friends. Costs me a lot of money to go to Friends. And we will be kicked out this semester. No, I'm not. We will be. But just what you do, Somehow I have an impossible life. I make a living and buy food and clothe my child. I have clothed other children before him, poetry, and so I don't know how that happened. But thank you, God, for letting me still be the truth for today. This is a short poem. Virginia Woolf. Anybody know Virginia Woolf? Yeah. Really short poem. What, I wrote this in like Lawrence, Kansas, somewhere I was teaching. What will they say of a poet woman when she is gone? Her diary, a clock for others to rewind, dissect us lovers of language and history, tear us from our page limb by limb. First take our lips, then our tongues, comb our hair in place and study our imperfections until we are made perfect again, since you have nothing else better to do. Oh, I remember this. This is from my mom. My mom was born in Wolverhampton, England, and was raised in Canada. And I don't know how my daddy went and found her with this little quiet, he couldn't get him moving, and brought her over to Detroit in the back of a pickup truck. And somehow, 4 kids later, I wanted them. So this is called Half American, because my mother's not an American citizen. And in the 60s, after they killed King and JFK, who she loved very much, I think both of those people, she decided not to become an American citizen ever, and she's lived here like forever in Detroit, on the west side of Detroit since she was 17 years old, so she's very much a Detroiter. And so, what are you doing? And so this is called Half American, and it's for my mom. And it's because she fell in love with Barack Obama. That's the point of the story. She fell in love with Barack Obama, and she wanted to marry him and kiss him, I think, I swear. And she fell in love with Barack Obama, and she was going to become an American citizen so she could vote for him. And it was freaking me out that after all these years saying she wouldn't do it, and she wanted to finally like turn her citizenship just to vote for this cutie pie who's going to be president. And and I wasn't sure if it was anything except that she thought he was cute. I swear, I was like, no, why do you want to not be a citizen, want to be a citizen of America now? Anyway, so this is called Half American. This was my mother. I never really got you, non-American woman, alien to loud boombox music. You were an Anne Murray and Barbra Streisand fan, reserved and sometimes British, always putting milk in our tea. What were you doing in segregated Detroit, pushing out yellow black boys, and then me, your reflection that would fight you back because you have my sister, because maybe you have my sister because you were something more gentle and girl was inside of you. It couldn't just end with this scorpion, double-tongued fire child with thick ponytails and more mouth than a Cadillac muffler. But I made you laugh. Even though you would cover your face, I could see you, curious creature that you were. It wasn't until my daddy died that I really wondered who you were. This brown-haired lady who I lived in the same house with most of my life. I wonder how you, Canadian and proper, ever saw yourself living the rest of your life in this chocolate French city full of removed Southern Africans, giving birth to children, and this girl who would challenge you, debate your politics. It was your silence that scared me. I knew there was more going on inside your house, your body. I never understood why you didn't scream, and when you did finally feel fed up, unloved, confused, displaced, why you sometimes thought I could handle your anger. I was your strong oldest girl, your prosecutor, and your best defense. Still, you are the reason why I know all the songs on all the soft songs on the soft rock station. Why I still need milk in my black tea, why you have turned to coffee. You are the only reason, you are the only person I trust with real tears. And without words or music or affectionate hugs, you know how the English are about showing emotion. I know you love me because you allowed me to be myself, even if you didn't get it at first. My nationalism, my love for Islam and Malcolm, years later, you consider applying for your U.S. passport. And I want to tell you, no, don't do it. You vowed after the 60s riots and the assassinations of Martin and Malcolm and Kennedy to never become a citizen of this country. As I listen to your helpless complaints about the president and local government, like I was about Bush, I assure you today, there are even more reasons for you to keep your silent protests alive. Maybe if just for me, you are the reason I understand the beauty of cooking for someone you love and the great pride I have in only being half American. Am I done? Can I do one more? I don't know what time it is. I want to read something new. That's okay. You guys good?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, you know you're good. My baby. Gotta give it up to my son. He's been a really good boy.
Yeah, King.
Very proud of him. Very proud of him because. Alright, so this is I don't know, people who know me for real, the people who know me like in different worlds, and the people who know me for real know that I've been a mother for a long time. I'm currently writing a memoir about being a step-parent. I've been a step-parent actually 4 times. So whereas King is my first birth son, he is my 5th child actually. And so that has been a really deep experience. I spent most of my 20s as a mommy, and and now I'm a single mom. And so there's a friend of mine that came in town, famous actor named Omari Hardwick, who came in town and he was doing the movie Sparkle. And so we got time. He's going somewhere? He's going somewhere? Oh, okay. Okay. Just making sure. I didn't watch my baby. Alright, so so anyway, I wrote this for him because we talked, because he has lost a child. Him and his lady had a stillborn birth. And so, and it's interesting because people talk about Detroit a lot. So I get really excited to show people who aren't from Detroit the real Detroit, because they see the other Detroit on the news and they don't see like Palmer Woods and the neighborhoods all my friends grew up in on the west side, and my brick house in my neighborhood on Ward and Tyman, which is beautiful near Oakman, and they just don't see the real Detroit. And so I'm always excited. I took him to Heidelberg. I took him to every place you can imagine. I took him, and he was like, "Oh my God, I'll never see this." And so this is about showing somebody else your city, and he fell in love with Detroit the weeks that he was here for sure, and wrote poems about the D. So this is called For the Man with My First Son's Name, because my first son is named Omari, and he's 16. You say the fresh mint tea is flawless, and I want to tell you so is your smile, but everyone tells you that. So instead, I listen to your animated stories about life and art. We both Southern and East Coast grounded. We share poems, talk about love and politics and the things we've lost. We comfortable as Baraka in Newark, speaking to Sonia in her home in Philly. Poets who love the movement, the possibility of words having power. I am reminded of why I fell in love so many times in Brooklyn, with poets, with moments, with heated debates, with thinking people. Why sometimes I felt like that scene just died, and what was born after us just didn't feel authentic enough for me to